This is a short video for Fujitsu about ProgrammExpress, the cloud-based portfolio program and project reporting solution. So yeah, it's just a short 5-minute video. You'll see that we're using the Fujitsu corporate logo, brands and color palettes. And I'm going to show you the view of ProgrammExpress if you were an administrator. And you can be an administrator, a write access user, or a read-only user. If I log on as the administrator, I'll take you into what we call our home screen. And our home screen is where you can view all the projects broken down by portfolios and programs, just using as a demo structure. And it shows here all the projects. It shows the RAG status against all the modules within ProgrammExpress, shown here as icons, but better described through the update tabs, as we've got narrative commentary, planning resourcing, cost and benefit, impact analysis, which is really more change management, and risks and logs, which are issues, actions, decisions, or whatever you decide to configure. So you get immediate visibility of the health and RAG status of the project, and there's data sitting behind these RAG statuses. If we click on, I'll come on to that, but also from the home screen, what we can do is we can open up shared reports that have been set up by the PMO, and we can run all sorts of project program portfolio reports, or we can set up our own reports within our own portal, and that will only display for each separate user ID depending on what you've set up. So the whole idea of ProgrammExpress is that everybody makes an update, and then what we can do at portfolio level, assuming everybody's made an update, and I'll come on to that, we can then run any one of these reports. We can either create them ourselves through the reporting screen, or this is already pre-canned and created, a reporting pack RAG status summary. So this example now replaces the need for summarizing in Excel, and it automatically produces a portfolio summary report of all the projects, the RAG statuses, the start and end date, and narrative commentary. And this is a report with columns that we've configured specifically for this. You can have different types of commentary, you can put different RAGs, and you can add or take away other columns. So that's just an example of how easy it is to automate the portfolio reporting and aggregate and consolidate it to portfolio level just by everybody making their updates within ProgrammExpress. So I'm now going to flick over to a user that would make an update, and they will have a filtered view. So I'm going to log on as myself, Nick Wilson. I've got a filtered view. I've been given write access, and there's plenty of different access level types, but in this case I've been given write access to 4 projects, and I've been told that I need to update 4 of the modules: commentary, plan, resourcing, and logs, which are issues, actions, decisions, etc. So a very simple portal from my perspective. If I want to, though, I've been given read access to everything in the portfolio. Why wouldn't I, unless they're private and confidential? So I can see all the other projects within the portfolio, but specifically I'm going to log on a periodic basis and make some updates. So I select my project 3A, I'll click on the commentary, I'll make my updates, and you'll see that there's previous updates being made. I'll click in the write a comment, I'll make an update. I'll click in the plan because it's red, I'll make an update. I can change the RAG status if I want, in this case it's red. I can click on the resources because it's red, make an update. Why is it red? And I can move down all the different commentary threads and make my updates, achieve last period, focus for next period, decisions and escalations. All of these commentary threads are configurable to what you want to present within your plan on a page or project overview report or whatever you want to call it. I'll cancel out of there and say, right, okay, well, I've made my updates to the commentary. Let me move through to the plan. very unhealthy plan. It's showing reds, which means it's missed the date, and ambers, which means it's forecasting to be later than expected. And this is where we're expecting the project manager to make their updates against the current start and end date. And that will show anything that's out of tolerance against the original. A lot of this is out of tolerance. Then we'll move through to resources, and we'll see the resources that are allocated to this project, and we can add a new one, or we can go to our logs and we can look at issues, decisions, actions, lessons learned. Again, all configurable. We can create new ones if we so wish. Once we've very quickly made those updates, maybe 15 to 20 minutes to keep our project up to date and allow automated real-time reporting, I may want to go into my reports. I may have set up a report, and I'll go to my one-page overview, which shows a specific project report for this project, so I can see what I've said and how the report actually looks. So it's showing the commentary, the plan, risks, actions, issues, decisions, lessons learned. Or I may want to run a one-page summary report, which is more plan on a page, showing the plan as a timeline, not a Gantt, showing the milestones using the red, amber, green methodology, some financial information, and then we've got commentary threads overall, achieve last period, focus for next period, issues and risks. So I'm happy with that. I've made my updates, and assuming everybody's made their update, the administrator will then be able to log back on, back to where we were before. Again, this is the same database, same home screen. My user ID in correctly. And off we go again. We can have a look at the portfolio, the programs. I can run these reports against program, against portfolio, anywhere I want. So I may want to run a Gantt chart report against a specific program. Again, aggregates and consolidates, produces all the plans for all the specific projects. You'll see very typical Gantt chart style. You'll see ambers showing that it's out of tolerance against what the governance body of the project thought that they'd agreed for this plan. So that would be an example of a Gantt chart report. I can go up to portfolio level, and I can run maybe a red risks report. So this will pull out all the red risks against the whole portfolio. So all the red risks against the project. Again, you'll see it's simple input and then aggregated, consolidated, real-time portfolio reporting. And then if you're using resourcing, no need for an Excel spreadsheet. All resources are aligned to the plans within ProgrammExpress and will produce an Excel type looking report, but it's running alongside the plans as opposed to separately. And you'll see all the users, what projects they're working on. You've got information on day rate, total days assigned, and you'll be able to see their allocation within a period, in this case monthly, but it could be weekly, and showing where potentially resources are over allocated. Not a resource management tool as such, but a very simple and efficient resource forecasting tool. If you want to, all those reports, you could create your own portfolio. So we've created a board report, and you can quite easily wire in projects into portfolios by going to your wiring screen, and you can say, you know, some of these projects aren't relevant to the board report, but maybe there are other ones that I want. So I've got another project, I can wire it in, save it, and then any of those reports that I want to run, I can now run against board report. So we can filter the types of reports that we actually want. So that would be the RAG status against the projects wired into the board report portfolio. Lots of other functionality, document management, where we can show templates that are required, and they're made visible to different categories of projects so that the project manager can see what project templates they're expected to fill in. They can open them up from there, and then they can add their live documents within here. So it supports a methodology in terms of document repository and one point of entry. So that's just a very quick view of ProgrammExpress. Can be set up very quickly and would be fujitsu.programmexpress.co.uk. Lots of admin screens to configure, but configuration is more sort of like half to 1 day. It's not a big effort, but in terms of localizing it, making commentaries your own, adding sponsors and stakeholders, different categories, whatever you want to report on, you can configure data fields to make sure that that is possible. So that really sort of concludes the very short demo of ProgrammExpress. Hope it potentially meets a requirement and it's something to socialize around in anticipation of a demonstration. So thank you very much for watching the demo of ProgrammExpress.